I
think we have a few more minutes.
You might.
I know, but it's not 7 o'clock yet. Well, hello, everyone. Good evening. I'm just checking if anybody is joining us already. Oh, yes, we've got Debbie. Hello, Debbie. Hello, Merry Christmas to you too. Oh, we've got Debbie, lovely. We're still, I think, 3 minutes early, but it's better to check in before you are due to arrive. So Debbie's here. Are you having a nice cup of tea, Debbie? I've got a glass of water, just a plain glass of water. Yes. Oh, we've got to be wine later. Oh, yes, definitely. Same for me, Debbie. Same for me. So let's just wait. We still have, I think, 2 minutes to go till official 7 o'clock. But yes. Well, I am ready. Okay, and I'm sure everybody's so busy with every single little job that we must do before Christmas. And Rona is here. Hello. Hello, Anna Marie. Lovely to see you. Lovely to see you as well, or knowing that you're here, Rona. And Diane. Hello, Anna Marie. Room looks beautiful. Oh, thank you. Well, I've got my Christmas tree. Yes, well, it's not looking as effective on the screen as it is when I look at it myself, I'll be honest. I actually put together a video, sort of time-lapse quick video tutorial how I decorate my tree, but I will post it next week, really a day or two before Christmas. But yes, so we've got some sparkles. Yes, and of course, I don't know if you can notice certain things on this Christmas tree, really. Diane, can you see anything that perhaps you saw me make last Facebook Live? Can you see? Yeah, last one. I'm sure it was last one. Yeah. Okay, so we just wait a few more minutes. Renee, hello. Happy Christmas, Anna Marie, and Happy New Year. When it comes, love your designs. Oh, thank you. Well, to be honest with you, I'm wearing my glasses, but I still can't read at this distance. Oh, there is more of you joining. Oh, how wonderful. Thank you. And we've got Jeanette and we have Diane again. Christmas crackers, that is correct, Diane. Yeah, Christmas crackers. And the Christmas trees. Yeah, I've got one here. I've got another one here. The others are on the other side, but yes, Christmas crackers definitely. And we've got Wendy, wonderful. So yes, it is 7 p.m. Well, welcome to our last in 2024 Facebook live session. It's hello, Suzanne. Hello. Well, to be honest, I didn't really expect many of you to join me this evening. I have to say, because obviously, and Di, hello, good evening, Di. Because we all have so many jobs to do before Christmas, the shoppings and and Amanda and Suzanne. Okay, wonderful. It really is wonderful to have your company. So yes, I've got more than 4 comments on my Facebook. So I am Happy bunny. Yes. And we've got Vanessa. Hello, Vanessa. Wonderful. Yes. And Diane. So let's just say a few more hellos. Oh, silly sausage. Of course, we are all here to support you. Yes, I am a sausage. I like that. Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Diane. Well, I would have been happy with 4 of you, ladies. So far, I can see only ladies' names, but of course. But obviously, I am ecstatic when I've got more than 4. I won't be lying. So it is wonderful that you're joining me this evening. Well, now just briefly going back to my Christmas tree, because I think, oh, Diane, yes, Diane obviously mentioned my Christmas tree, and I wanted to point out what I do actually have on my Christmas tree. Well, I hope you like it, although it's more effective really like without the camera work, but I suppose everything is better looking without the camera lens. Okay. However, obviously I've got all the bits and pieces, as you can imagine, my Christmas trees, a lot of pine cones. I love pine cones. So obviously I painted them individually. Obviously I've got small, large, etc. Loads of bits and pieces. But going back to our previous live session, uh, oh, hello, Gwen. Hello. And well, it's fabulous. I'm getting more of you ladies. Brilliant. So going back to our last Facebook and YouTube session, you remember I was making the Christmas cracker, the smaller size. Well, he's here. Okay, he's here sitting. And actually, this one contains a little gift for someone, obviously from my family, so they can actually look for it on the Christmas tree. I've got the smaller version cracker, obviously, on the other side here. I don't know if you can see it, but let me just pull out. Yeah, if I destroy anything, then I destroy. If I don't, I don't. But yeah, you remember them, don't you? Okay. Well, if you haven't obviously watched a cracker live session show, you can still catch up on our YouTube and of course on Facebook as well. So these live sessions, they never really go away. You can always do the catch up, which is amazing. So yeah, they contain little gifts. Okay, but the previous larger crackers, the original crackers that we have, obviously you can see one here. Okay, I've got another one here. Let me just, oh, it's a bit lower than the camera. Okay, again. So these are great. I've always said that for many, many, many years. Okay, I've been saying that these crackers are fantastic decoration on our Christmas trees. And well, I obviously do have them. Every year I have my latest crackers. And of course, this is the slightly red version. Okay, but these are the original one. Original ones, and I've got another one here. Obviously, these are the largest ones, so I'm placing them on the bottom of my Christmas tree, so you can see they really make a splendid decoration for not just the table, but if you do have a larger Christmas tree and you've got the gaps in between them to actually place your Christmas crackers, fabulous idea. Honestly, fabulous idea. But obviously, let's not forget about them Christmas trees. You remember them? Okay, so we've got this one, obviously. There's no gift for anybody here. However, I could have really attached it from the inside. Okay, so, but anyway, I didn't. So there you go. So one is here, another one is just over here. I hope you can see. And then the other ones are on the other side and the back there. So anyway, that's just a quick reminder, obviously, about everything that I make and how I use it. Okay, so I hope you like it. I've got obviously more names here in front of me. So we've got obviously Gwen, we've got Barbara and Suzanne and Jeanette. Fantastic. Well, great. Honestly, absolutely lovely to have you here with me this evening. So, okay, so this is the live stream, last one this year. And of course, well, I was wondering what to do for this evening. And I thought to myself, okay, so we made all the cards, obviously, the one intricate, very in-depth, then the quick and easy 6, then the Christmas decorations. And then I thought, well, what can I put together for you this evening? And I thought, okay, well, how about a New Year's Eve card? Okay, and as it happens, we've got a die, which is actually a die set, actually, which is perfect for that kind of occasion. And I don't know if you remember, if you've seen it even, but that's it's 1 year, 365 days, and we've got wonderful words there. Obviously, possibilities, wishes, and dreams. However, I won't be using them this evening. I'll show you a couple of samples, but I will be using just that one message. Happy New Year. And obviously, it comes in the form of a typewriter. So it's a very delicate sort of message, and it's great. It really is. And I hope you can agree with me when you see what I obviously made with that particular message. But anyway, so from that die, let me just say hello to few more of you. And hello, Maria and Celia and Diana. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, Timmy's highlighting the some of the messages for me so I can read them easier. Okay, just found you. Oh, fantastic, Celia. Okay, well, if it's the first time, Celia, then obviously brilliant. Otherwise, obviously, it's great that you found us anyway. So there you go. So let me show you, because obviously, not everyone makes New Year's Eve cards, and I hope you don't mind. Obviously, a New Year's Eve card. I've got some nice, interesting background to show you. Obviously, on top of that, some arrangement as always with me. Okay, but it's going to be a sort of a quicker card. I don't think we need to go full belt, obviously, with the New Year's Eve card. Well, I don't think so anyway. But okay, and Sandra. Hello, Sandra. So there you go. So a couple of samples, and of course, I think this camera is going to be better for me to show you. I don't know if you remember, but actually, I haven't used the poinsettia flower on this card. I use a primrose flower. Okay, and we've got obviously dotty falls. This collection actually is a last year collection, so you will not be seeing any of the latest dies on this one. But just as a reminder, okay, so you've got the wood grain cardstock. Obviously, you've got the dotty falls, you've got the pine tree, you've got the 1 year, 365 days, and of course, you can see warm winter wishes and wishes again, because 1 year, 365 days is 365 times good wishes that you could have, or good dreams that you could have, or great possibilities that we aim to achieve. I don't know. I mean, it's, to me personally, that set is very inspiring. However, it's up to you, obviously, what you think of that set. I think it's great. I think it's great, especially if someone doesn't celebrate Christmas, perhaps. Okay, so I would definitely give one like this to my mother-in-law. Okay, for example, she loves obviously inspirational words, and who doesn't, especially these days, I think. So let me say hello to Louise. Hello, Louise. Just wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas and a fantastic New Year to you and yours. And huge thanks for all your lives throughout this year. Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Louise. Well, of course, I've got my best greetings for you all as well, but I will keep them for the end of the session. Let me show you, obviously, my next sample. Again, a slightly different format, but all the words from that set are in this corner here. I hope you can see it. So obviously, die cut in different cardstock, similar shade. They create a nice background, really nice background where you can read it, but it's not screaming at you. So the one message that you can clearly see is 1 year, 365. So I hope you like it. We obviously have the my original poinsettia die here. So obviously it's fantastic. I still love that poinsettia. Okay, and of course we've got like other dies, obviously a lot of sprigs. We've got the flower sprigs and flower shoots, and the in-betweens, the dotty squares as a frame as well. This is just a little reminder for you ladies. Hopefully you've got some last minute cards to make, and hopefully one of these could inspire you, obviously in a small way. But obviously I'm going to show you another one. And again, we've got I think my favorite color collection, gray and pink with a touch of blue. So again, the same die, the same message. And of course, if you look at this one, because these messages are very delicate, okay? Like I said, they're really not screaming at you. They're somewhere in the background, but they add that beautiful, delicate accent to your creations. So we've got the possibilities, we've got dreams, and then we've got wishes here. And of course, just at the bottom, we've got Happy New Year as well. So again, lots of different dies, of course. When I look at some of these samples, I can see which ones are sold out on our website. So I won't even mention them, but you can have a look. These are, again, the dotty squares. I think we still have them. I love that set. And of course, dotty falls and other sprigs as well here. So there you go. Few samples. So let me know what you think. And do you still have some cards to make? Or have you perhaps finished your creativity for the year and now you're just waiting for the fantastic time at Christmas? Let me know in your comments. Okay, but the card that I have for you for this evening is this one. Okay, so let me show you closer. So what do you think? Okay, so I have this lovely background, very, very easy to create. And of course, I've got the square background with Happy New Year almost all the way around it. And of course, we have the lovely small arrangement, floral arrangement, which actually looks like a floral, but that is just a sparkle snowflake. And of course, a few other bits and berries. And we are almost there. Well, it actually looks very simple. It's not going to take long to create. However, there is always few more bits and pieces to do. All the cards are beautiful. Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you. And hello to Maria again. And right, so are we ready? So if you are, Celia, I've got a message for us. Beautiful samples. You are such a clever lady. Thank you, Celia. Thank you so much. Well, like I said before, our card making and, well, mainly card making, but our creativity is the expression of ourselves. So this is how we probably express ourselves, using bits and pieces, paper, inks, colors, scraps, and some fabrics, ribbons, and whatnots. And this is how we deal and enjoy ourselves. Well, let me know if that's how you feel. Because I certainly feel like that. Yeah, there's nothing better sometimes than just literally you are a little bit not 100% happy, and then you sit at your desk and, well, let me see what I can make. Let me see what I've got in front of you. And I always have something in front of me, always, because things that are already die cut, and I don't know about you ladies, but things that are already there on my desk, of course, I will be packing my Christmas shapes and bits and pieces for, during Christmas, after Christmas. I will be packing them away and taking, obviously, and designing the rest of my designs for 2025. But when I do create, I always have bits and pieces on my desk. It's literally, I am a very visual crafter. Okay, I mean, imagine, do you agree with me? Imagine having a die, okay, just a metal die. Okay, it looks great, and some of them are clearer than others, but really there yet, right? Okay, but then you die cut that particular shape, and then you place it on your table, and you can see it, right? Are you like me? Because I'm certainly like that. The moment I die cut, and even though I design my own dies and other bits and pieces, so you can see the design on, obviously, once you draw it, and obviously on the computer, and then in a metal form. But once I start die cutting, okay, that's when I'm really satisfied. Well, not only I physically created something like what the machine did, the machine die cut something, card making and slow stitching are my way to relax, and it keeps me sane. Well, there you go. 101 ways to keep us sane, I suppose. We all need it, ladies. And I don't know if any gentleman has joined us this evening. I expressed myself all over my daughter's dining room table. Great. It looks like Beirut. I made my first 2 a.m. designs cards today. Well, that's fantastic, Diane. That's fantastic. So there you go. So I think we are very similar. So once we can see something already die cut, we know exactly that, right? I can create it. And Suzanne, I love the beads you use on your card. Do you sell them? Right. My beads, Suzanne, honestly, are accumulation of years of beads. Okay, some of them are probably as long as I've been crafting. Okay, probably, honestly, I have boxes and more boxes, most probably just like you. But yeah, no, we don't sell them. However, if you do check out our website, we do sell a lot. Well, not a lot. Okay, but several lovely sparkly gems. Okay, so you can check it out. You can find them in their brand new products section, and they are fabulous. Obviously, you know how much I like pearls. Okay, so you find beautiful pearls, self-adhesive, and obviously lovely silver and beautiful, delicate gold. So then the gold isn't like screaming at you. It's like a really lovely, lovely gold. And of course, we hope to add some more as well in the new year. So yeah, but the beads, ladies, honestly, any old bead, any old button, anything, literally just keep all and just put in a box, which I'm sure you do already anyway. Okay, so are we ready for some crafting? Okay, let's do some crafting. Let me find this square mount, which I pre-cut for myself already. And this particular mount, okay, oh, lovely. This particular mount is, to be honest, I don't have a ruler in front of me, but if my husband kindly passes it on to me, I'll let you know. However, it's very easy to figure out because I gave myself this square literally to accommodate 4 of the messages. So if you look, and I will only show you the corner, okay, you will see it in a moment anyway. Okay, and I'm using the darkest ones. Okay, so in between each message, you literally have that much left. Okay, but that's not a problem at all. Because I will be using 7-inch blank card, I didn't want my square to be neither too small or too big. So, that's the sort of random size that I've done. But he can't find the ruler, so don't worry about it. Okay, so let's do some background making. And I'm going to show you a slightly different way, which is very easy anyway. And you don't have to be precise whatsoever. Okay. In fact, I always think with background making, the crazier you go, the better, really, in all honesty. So there you go. So a little bit of vintage photo. And I'm just literally going to go randomly. You don't have to be soft. You don't have to literally, you don't have to overthink it. Don't overthink anything. Just go for it. If you want in some areas a little bit darker, please do. And I don't even have to concentrate on my edges because I will go with my messages right to the edge of my mount anyway. So just like so. And that's it. Okay. Well, you would say, that's not very precise work, Anna Marie. And you would be right. But honestly, I promise you, in this instance, it doesn't matter. So now a little bit of the denim jeans and just like so. Okay. I love making backgrounds because there is so many different ways that we can create them. And I do actually have an idea that I'd like to share with you once I create this card. And hopefully you will like it. But anyway, this is it. It's honestly not very precise, but we will make it a lot prettier. So now a little bottle, spray bottle with just normal water and spray it. There you go. And now with another sponge, and it doesn't matter if it's slightly dirty, it contains different color. It doesn't matter because even if you drop a tiny amount of different color to the mix, it wouldn't make any difference whatsoever. Okay, if anything, it would even look prettier. Okay, so there you go. So we are, as you can imagine, picking up a little bit of that water. At the same time, the colors are being beautifully blended. At this point, if you've never done this kind of background making, then obviously at this point, still, it's not looking and it's at its best. Okay, but I do have a heat gun, so we can actually give it a quick blast, obviously. I'm just going to do a very quick blast because I know there are a few other elements that I could get on with. And in the meantime, of course, I could come back to it if it's still wet. Right, so with the vintage photo, I'm just going to literally edge my messages very gently. And of course, you could actually create a heavier impact with your inking or lighter impact, entirely up to you. But it's actually quite nice. Now, this one I die cut using the Christmas jingle, the music design. So we have a little bit of beige and brown that is matching my ink pad. Right, so this is a very quick job. This one now, and these messages are fantastic when you actually want to utilize and sort of be practical about your scraps. Okay, so now these honestly I've die cut using my leftover bits and pieces, and to show you really that sometimes we have all these pieces of paper and card in front of us and we think perhaps they won't work well, but this is a good example of what I'm talking about. This one is the gray shade from a solid wood grain solid cardstock, and this one is a canvas brown. Okay, and then we've got jingle, Christmas jingle card, and the white plain stock. Now you would think that basically gray and brown, how is that going to work? But look what I'm doing now. I'm literally tinting my gray and it works. And when you place it on your mount where you add more brown, it's not going to literally not look good. There is not an option for this collection not to look good. Okay, look at it. Isn't this beautifully organic looking? Well, I think it is. And again, I hope you agree with me. Now, so I think I'm done with, no, not yet. I have a clock that I need to ink up. So I have the largest clock reef. And again, I'm just going to ink up just the outside rim. And then we're going to move on to my sparkle snowflakes. So very, very delicate way. Now, on my original, I have slightly different snowflake from the snowflake paneling. But for this demo, I decided to show you two other versions. Okay, and again, I know that these two panels, okay, if you watch my other video tutorials on YouTube, there were actually a couple of videos where by die cutting, and this is the large medallion, by die cutting them, you could actually overlap them. Can you see what I'm doing? And you can find the best position of your medallions. Okay, you can even bring this one to the bottom as opposed to top. You could play with it if you like. So let's say this is the arrangement that I'm going to have. Okay, so now let's ink up some of my snowflakes. Let's say this one here and this one here and a little bit of the largest one here. Just a tint, just a tint. Okay, right. So that way, okay, now I can sandwich them. And I will be using this particular sandwich with my clock, right? So that will go behind. Well, what do you think? As opposed to that one, which you're getting in a set as well. There you go. So I hope this makes sense. And I'm going to be actually gluing them together in a moment. But let me do the snowflakes next. Okay. So let me show you the original again. If you look at my arrangement, okay, especially the snowflake arrangement, what do you see? You see two layers of snowflakes, right? I hope you can agree with me because, yeah, I'm seeing two layers, blue and white. Now, of course, if you had two layers which are staggered, okay, that means that you have to die cut two, obviously, different size snowflakes. But what if you had two snowflakes which are exactly the same size? Exactly the same, because obviously they're like leftover from your previous projects. You intended to use them, but you didn't, obviously. So what do you do then? Well, rather than die cutting another two snowflakes, I'll show you what I did with mine. Okay, two exactly the same sizes. Okay, so basically I am now folding my snowflake two-third of the way. Okay, I actually have slightly dirty fingers, but okay. And I do the same with my snowflake here, two-third. So automatically I have two size snowflakes, correct? There you go. So what I'm going to do next, I'm actually going to open it and use the denim blue ink pad and my sponge and ink up just the larger size. So even though I'm making a New Year's Eve card, hopefully some of these tips and bits you will find useful if you have anything else to create. Okay, two-third. Now another one, exactly the same. There you go. So I'm done. Lovely. Voila. Okay, all I'm doing next is squeezing them, just not squeezing, bringing them two sides together closer. So they almost like overlap, but they don't, if I'm making sense. In fact, I need to ink up my largest one here. There you go. Done. And then just going to put them together. So any scraps that you may have, let's say I've got bits and pieces here. I'm just going to give myself a little square. And we're just going to apply some glue. And once my snowflake is squeezed, I'm going to bring that one here and that one here. There you go. So I'm just literally making sure they are stuck on. Right? Anything, if your little waist, your square is too big, you can always trim it if you wanted to. Right, so that's all I have. Snowflake, smaller snowflake. And I'm just raising it slightly. Okay, and now on to my beautiful poinsettia stamens. I love these. So I'm just going to raise them a little bit. And I'm going to use two sizes. Right? There you go. And slightly smaller. Let's go for this one. Just here. Okay. So my snowflake arrangement is done. Ready to be applied onto my base card. Lovely. Okay, so Let me just get rid of that strand from my hot glue gun. You just love them. Okay. Right, so let me just move this out of the way and do my medallions. So with a little bit of PVA glue, and I'm only going to concentrate on the rim of my medallion. Okay, I think I've decided this way. Now, normally, and I don't have any tissue paper, wet tissue paper with me here, but normally I wouldn't advise you to do gluing with PVA with dirty hands. Okay, because every little dirt that we have on our fingers will leave a mark, or may leave a mark. So there you go. Scraps of card are great, because that way we can, and if I had a wet paper towel, that'd be brilliant. And I think Timmy's sorting it for me now. Yes, I mean, I've got a little bit of green and I've got brown, and it would be nice to have clean fingers. Thank you. There you go. So I'm sorry about this part. It's slightly boring, I'm sure, but I feel a lot better. Okay, so now on to my clock wreath. So now we're just going to place my snowflake below my wreath. Okay, there you go. And they are designed, the snowflake panels and the clock wreaths, to actually match perfectly. And you can see they do, don't they? They beautifully match. There you go. I also have some hands here, clock hands, so that will go on next. But at the moment, I'm just making sure this is nicely stuck on. So there you go. There you go. Perfect. And we are almost ready to put everything together. Okay, let's go back to my background mount. Okay, it's dry, it's beautiful, and it's dry. Okay, so we're going to use it as it is now, and I hope you can agree with me that it looks beautiful. And I'm going to actually use 3D pads to raise this mount. So small in the middle, and then obviously this is not the most exciting thing to watch, but we all have to endure the double-sided tape and then 3D pads, obviously. So. And again, oh, my roll is finished, but there you go. Corner, corner. There you go. Now, obviously, we don't have to, but I don't like my mounts to just flop. Well, they can do. I mean, I am using a Mont Blanc card, and it's strong, but, you know, it's nothing worse than you creating a beautiful card and then side of your mount is like, slightly in. So you know that that piece of card doesn't have enough support. So there you go. So it's just few bits and pieces, and we are done. Let me know, do you find removing the backing of the 3D pads and double-sided tape a little bit boring? Or is it just me, ladies? Let me know. It's essential, that's for sure. Okay, so PVA glue. I do like a drop of PVA glue on top of my pads, and that is because I know for fact that because of the humidity in our rooms, they can come off. Right. So anywhere, however you choose to place your square, just make sure it's in the center. This part requires a lot of concentration. Okay, hopefully square, lovely. Now I'm going to go with my beautiful biro pen, and I'm just going to do fancy shaky lines all the way outside of my mount. I can do them now because these three I'm only doing very quickly because I know I will add some beautiful gems. So I'm just giving myself some spacing for that. There you go. Right. It's definitely beginning to look slightly differently, isn't it, really? So this is the mount. And let me know what you think about the background. Okay, it's definitely looking a lot better, mottled, very sort of whimsical. We're going to add something right at the end to our background as well. But for now, let's carry on with our messages. Okay, so 3D pads, again, I like the dimension. And obviously, you don't have to do the dimensional work. You can just apply PVA glue and that's it. But, you know, it's nice to do that. There you go. It would be interesting to know how many of you created your own, well, Christmas crackers this year using our crackers, die-cut crackers. And what would be even more wonderful, that if you could post them on our Maker with Anna Marie Designs Facebook page. This is a group Facebook page where anyone can post all creations. Anna Marie Designs all creations using Anna Marie Designs products. Okay, that would be lovely. The other day, I saw a beautiful cracker on Make It with Anna Marie Designs. I can't remember who created it, but loads of beautiful creations there. Beautiful, honestly beautiful. But I did see a cracker, and I'm almost there with the 3D pads. So, can I ask what ink you use? Right, I am very faithful to my inks, Maria. Honestly, once I like my colors, I like my colors. For the blue, I use Faded Jeans, and you will most probably be seeing me using this ink, this color, for a long time to come. And also the Vintage Photo. Yes, so these are the two. But if you are interested in green, let me show you my green, which is the Peeled Paint. Absolutely amazing green. So yeah, very faithful is the word. And Amanda Wild is saying, what is your advice regarding backgrounds, colors? How do you choose the colors and how many? Okay, right. Just to sort of maybe change, have a break from my demo. If we flip the camera, then I will tell you my idea, because earlier today I mentioned my idea. And I really would like your feedback on that. And Amanda's question is actually a very good question, because I receive well, not tons of questions, but frequent questions which obviously ask me certain things to do with perhaps more in-depth information to do with all sorts of things. For example, I post a card on our Facebook, and someone will perhaps, when they call us or email us, ask me, how did I do that particular flower, or how did I use that, what did I use to create that particular background? And of course, even though I do, I believe I put information in my descriptions, however, there's always someone who will ask, because obviously not everything is clear to everybody. And I know that because I'm still learning the technology. So I know exactly what it's like. And of course, this is why I thought of this idea. Knowing that perhaps sometimes, okay, we forget things, and knowing that all the time, I'm sure we get loads of new ladies who start crafting. And of course, again, another group of customers or crafters would be the ones that perhaps moved on from one particular technique into something else that they just saw me using or creating. So anyway, so I'm just focusing obviously on things that I like to use and what I do on my creations. And the idea, okay, cutting long story short, the idea is, okay, to create perhaps a segment in live streams where I will literally be doing something. And the best title for this is not very intelligent. However, it's called Back to Basics, right? Back to Basics segments where, as the title says, let's just go back to basics, to perhaps things that we have forgotten, because everything is just has moved on, and we sort of moved on with crafting and with different things that you obviously see every day in your feeds, etc. But anything obviously you hear, so you follow me, and I'm very grateful for that. So anything to do with what I do, what I like to use, and the techniques that even if I use them in the past and currently I'm not doing them, that doesn't mean I don't love them. Okay, because there are some techniques like that, and they are very interesting ones. So my idea is, ladies, how would you feel? And I'm sorry if I'm just saying ladies. Okay, how would you feel if I created a segment called Back to Basics, where I will dive into one particular technique, okay, and literally explore all the possibilities, or as many possibilities as I know, okay, and literally break them down into A, B, C, and different technique will obviously differ, okay, but literally going deep and almost to the roots, to the basics, to the beginning of how. And going back to Amanda's question, that would be to do with the color. Because funny enough, for years I've been asked about colors and why do I use two inks, okay, and why, and so on. So I'm always very conscious about not boring you. I don't know why. But some of the informations can be sort of long-winded. There is no other way to explain certain things, and that is why, okay, if we're just talking about colors, okay, it could be just talking about colors for an hour, okay, and me showing you. Obviously I would put things together, and I show you the best way possible that I can do to show you, so you can clearly see why two colors, why not three, why not four, why not five, and so on. What is the basics? Well, what do you think? I think it's a great idea, but it's up to you, because I'm only doing this for you and with you in mind. So if you like the idea, sounds like a great idea. Thank you, Tracy. I would love Back to Basics. Great. Oh, thank you, Diane. Fabulous. Oh, well, there you go. I've got three of you. Love the techniques. Yes, please. Fantastic. Well, I think it's nice sometimes to refresh things. And yeah, I would love the idea, as I am a newer crafter. There you go, Maria, a newer crafter. That is what I'm talking about. There's so many different groups of crafters right now, okay? Newer crafter, and obviously ones that like we forget about things. Back to basics. Love the idea. Fantastic. Yes, good idea. Now, obviously, I love my evening sessions with you. But obviously, as you know, all these sessions can be viewed on catch up. Great. So we know that either on YouTube or Facebook. So that particular segment, I was thinking about some morning hours for a change. So I hope that wouldn't obviously be a problem for you anyway. And a good idea with the basics. Oh, fantastic, Helen. Oh, I'm so pleased that you agree with me. I'm so pleased, really, because sounds like a good plan. Oh, fantastic. Now, really, I'm chuffed. Yeah, fantastic. Now, I'm going to start thinking and planning, obviously. However, if you do have suggestions, okay, because I already have a small list of suggestions that I've already, accumulated from some customers. So obviously I've got the list, but please, if you have any suggestions, let me know. I will prepare myself for them. And obviously I will literally dive into that subject and show you as much as possible. So you will definitely get super confident. And honestly, because, that's what we all want. I'm still learning the technology to get super confident. Okay, so thank you for your feedback. It means a lot to me. So now let's just move on to card. New Year card. Okay, so I've got my pads and I'm just going to remove the backing of each one of them. And of course, I will apply a drop of glue to the back. It's just a habit of mine, I suppose. So let's keep them all the same way for now. And there you go. And the last one. I'm really pleased about that. There you go. Fabulous. And I'm going to go for the white one here at the bottom, because just the information, in my opinion, you will see this message a lot clearer once it's facing you as opposed to sideways. Okay, so now this one I know will go at the top, although we can spice things up. However, you see I've got two darker colors and two lighter colors, so I like to alternate them, and that is why this one went to the top. Let me just bring it closer so I can see my edges. There you go. And so this one is my gray with inked up edge here. There you go. And the last one is this one. So you would think I have different textures: white, canvas, Christmas jingle, gray, blue, and brown. That is now more of a sort of mottled orangey kind of color. Okay, and yet it works. Okay, so these are the things that we would sort of talk about more, obviously, on the back to basics sessions. But I hope you can see that actually works, because something is actually binding them together. Okay, but now let's talk about my snowflake. I have this beautiful 3D snowflake. It's slightly irregular, and that's basically what I want. And now I've got my winter falls. Beautiful starry falls. Really like them. And I die cut them in white and also Christmas jingle, the beige card. Okay, and just curving them. And what I will be doing with them is actually, rather than bringing them to the center of my snowflake, I will be attaching them to the back, okay, of my snowflake. But ultimately, I know that this arrangement is going to be in this corner. So I'm just going to be bringing my falls kind of this way. All right, so there you go. So a little bit of glue, and here is my one that I've die cut in the Christmas jingle. Now, the fabulous thing about our falls is the fact that, and I'm going to show you in a moment, probably even more, but if you want to spread them and adjust them even further apart, you could do that, and they will be absolutely fine and secure. Right, so now I'm looking for the white one, and I'm separating them, and I'm just going to bring this one to the middle. Don't forget that if you choose, you could obviously always snip your falls as well. And there you go. You can see what this is already looking like. So now the opposite. And when you flip over and you work from the back, don't forget which way you want your falls to go. And I know I want it this way. So there you go. So just place that fall in a direction that you want to face. There you go. And hopefully I've got enough glue for this last one here. Right, so again, I mentioned this just a moment ago, but look, this is the tight space. Now, if I wanted to make more room, I'll just literally push my winter falls out of the way, okay? And they are there. Right, so we are done. However, the strands from the glue, even though I want, my snowflake is lovely and raised, I'm actually going to apply 3D pad to back anyway. You may probably wonder why, but I want, I already have a 3D pad with my messages, so that's already raised. And I would like this to be a lot bouncier anyway. One thing I am not using on this card is a natural fiber. However, there you go. So even now, as you can see, we can bring a false and direct them where we want them to go. Okay, there you go. Now we have a clock, and of course we need to find the proper hour. Okay, that's the one, and I'm going to be placing it just there. Okay, now if you think that you want to see more of the background and less of the clock, all you have to do, and I'm going to show you, I'm just going to, knowing that my 12 o'clock is upright, okay, I'm going to snip literally this much of my clock. Right, so this way, and look what happens, is going closer, right? And the straight edge is invisible. And this is as simple as it gets. Right, so now all I need is basically glue to the edges of my clock. Pick this up and place it there. There you go. So, well, I forgot about my 12 o'clock, slightly. Slightly, and it's slightly moved to the side. Okay, but I hope that's okay. Right, my clock is there. Lovely. Now my sprigs. Okay, so again, the fern sprigs, and they are fabulous. And they are two different lengths, as you know. So I'm just going to go the longest one first. And place it just like so. Right, and the shorter one. Now, this is a good thing to actually trim sometimes your sprigs, because if you know you can use, if you know you could use tucking them here and there, that's really, really handy. Okay, and now the shorter one is going just there. Right. Now I'm going to show you this one. Just, we don't have to see it too much, but we know that the green is shining from the inside out. And of course, we can snip these as well. And this one, I'm going to place short one just here. Okay. And this one is going to go there. So you can imagine just here. There you go. There you go. So this one left over, the trimmed small piece, can now go here. And you don't have to die cut anymore, right? So that's always great. You can obviously play with that snowflake arrangement in a moment. There you go. Almost. Well, we're getting there, definitely. Right. Let's not forget, I also have a typewriter message. Happy New Year. So we can add a little message here and there as well. But I want to create a bow, and then we're going to concentrate on our center. And it's a double bow using a very fine sort of twine. I'm just going to place it to the side here. Oops. Just quickly grab my tweezers. There you go. Fabulous. And now, just bring it here. Okay. Right. One thing I will do now is to show you the splatter, the white splatter that you saw on my original card. And let me pop. There you go. So this is media art antiquing liquid, and it's basically right consistency white paint where you let me see my brush. Yes, it's here. Where you could actually, if you haven't got anything like that, you could actually dilute a little bit of a, acrylic paint with the right amount of water, okay, and literally splatter. Yeah, let me just add a bit more. Obviously, we do have to shake well. And now let's do some splattering. And because these are so delicate, really there is not too many splats that you could have, in my opinion. And it doesn't matter that you splatter your white cardstock. It really doesn't matter at all, in my opinion, because white on white looks amazing. Right, so I'm gonna move on to the center of my snowflake, but I wanted to show you because, even though I intended for this card to be simple, okay, let me just show you at least one very sort of visible suggestion that I could make. Now, this is our alpine tree die, okay, and look, okay, what you could do with just alpine tree die. Don't you think it looks amazing? Shall I stick it on? I can't help myself. I'm so loving this card. Oh, thank you, Barbara. Great finishing touch with splatters. Yes, splattering is amazing. So absolutely. But what do you think to my apple Christmas tree? Not apple, alpine Christmas tree, ladies. Shall I stick it on? Well, I think I shall. I think. Yeah, I think I shall. Just because, okay, it's nice to see the two different variations, in my opinion. So you see, when I had my Christmas tree down here, I know where I need to place my glue. If you want a white paint for splattering that doesn't pick up the distress ink colors, you need to use Dr. Martin's bleed proof white. There you go. There you go. Della Rowney. Perfect. Great company. So this alpine tree, I'm just going to apply some glue to the this bit, and that's it. It will be nice and secured. Oh, love it with a tree. Thank you, Sandra. Me too. And it's nice to have that sort of little variation. I'm trying to align my tree to the edge of my mount. That's all. Oops. Everything is so delicate. There you go. Okay, got it. There you go. So that's all I have. So now that my why do I keep saying apple? Maybe I am thinking about an apple. Right, so we've got that, and now the centers for my snowflake arrangement. Okay, so I've got a few bits and pieces, and I've got the pine cone, and I got. Let me swap these cards, and you can see the difference in making. Right? Okay. Yeah, that's actually quite good. Right, so I've got this beautiful navy blue, and I really don't know where I got these beads from, but like I said, I've had them for years. Then I have this lovely blue, and I may use that, but I also have this lovely pine cone. And as you can see, my beads already on my original. How about I go for pine cone, and maybe we can use the the bead here or there. Okay, I love this pine cone. Absolutely love it. And it's beautiful. There you go. Right. So now I've got my beads, but let me just do this element first. Very therapeutic, where you literally apply 3 gems instead of the dots that I've created with my biro. Okay. And now, even though they are self-adhesive, okay, I don't know why. They do come on this long strip, and I don't know why, but I always, it's another quirk of mine, I always like to use glue. There you go. So we're making slightly different version. Okay. And just that one. Right, 3 more. And what I will also do, I will introduce the same color sparkle on my snowflake here. Right. So. And now I'm going to actually use this typewriter message as well. And we're just going to tack in somewhere just there. Okay. Or I like here. Decision. Nope. I'm going to use it here. Yep. See? First place. Maybe slightly lower. There you go. Okay, so I think I'm done for my quick and easy card, ladies. Okay, I think this is it. Let me know what you think. Those tiny little round blue-green gems on your website. Yes, they are, Diane. They really are. Do you sell the accessories you use, such as the beads? Not the beads, Dorothy, but we do sell lovely gems in the brand new product section. You can see them there. So, you know, 2 quick and easy New Year cards, okay? And, you know, hopefully this version is showing you that literally, as long as you have a base, and it's a pretty base, okay, you can really take it as far as you want. Okay, now just as a literally a suggestion, okay, let me just show you. Now this particular thing here, this frame, it's a I've inked it up obviously using the matching color ink pad, but this is the waste from our nested dotty frames. Look at this, ladies. So this is the waste, okay? And normally, probably, if I wasn't intending to make a quick and easy card, I probably would definitely add more, as you know. But I thought, okay, let's just skip it simple, clean and simple. But I wanted to show you this because, you know, let me just, without even gluing it, okay, to the card, let me just tack it. And this is why I love our frames, because you can still add anything like that, even right at the end. So look at it. So if you wanted to make it more intricate, you can. And that is the secret, okay? That is amazing. So, well, ladies, thank you. Thank you. Well, this was officially my last card this year. Yes. Well, thank you for being here this evening. And of course, hopefully I will post these two on a Facebook or Instagram tomorrow. And of course, as you know, we will carry on with our Facebook sessions in 2025. Hopefully, your 2024 was good. But we would, oh, thank you, Sue. Wow. Thank you, Maria. Thank you to everyone. Honestly, it's wonderful. Lovely spending time with you. Thank you for your time. Oh, thank you, Diane. That's really lovely. I'm liking them. I'm liking my live sessions. It's beautiful. Happy Christmas and see you in 2025. Yes, Sandra, thank you. And of course, we would love to wish you the most wonderful Christmas you can have. Okay. And of course, for the new year 2025 to be even better than this year, less surprises. And if we are getting surprises, let's have them in a sort of smaller box, more mild kind of a version. But yes, Merry Crimble Anna Marie. Oh, Mary. Oh, hello, Kim. Hello. I didn't know you here. So yes, we honestly wish you all the best, not just today, tomorrow, this Christmas, but always. And of course, hopefully you join me again next year. And of course, we will stay in touch. As you know, you could always follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. And you know this because you're here this evening. You can subscribe to us to our newsletter on our website. And of course, well, I'm still reading the messages as I'm talking to you, so I'm not paying 100% attention to anything that I'm doing. Wishing you a festive season. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, it's been a very interesting year this year. Let's see what next year will bring for all of us. Hopefully, like I said, just the good stuff. More creativity, definitely. More ideas, definitely. More inspiration, definitely. Yes, already, like everyday collection. But, this year I'm definitely going to take a long break. And yeah, looking forward to seeing you again next year. So, once again, everyone, thank you so much. I honestly couldn't do all of this if it wasn't for you, because this is all for you. So, thank you from the bottom of my heart, and have a wonderful Christmas, and see you next year. Bye bye. Bye, everyone.